We got to flip those names real quick, as Dylan is on your right, Eric Copenhagen is on your left, but it's Dredge, it's Grizzlies Control. Dredge was the deck I wanted to play at Grand Prix Richmond. I tested it, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because I'm horrible. And then I ended up playing humans instead. So I think it's more me, as Eric's going to start things off with a Faithless Looting. Draw 2, discard 2. Oh, boy, look at this. Shuffle the hand. Don't want to give any information away. Stinkweed, Golgari, Grave Troll into the graveyard.
Yeah. Dylan faded the worst case scenario there, which is Lion's Eye Diamond, and dumped my whole deck over there on the first turn.
Yes. 6 cards will be placed into the graveyard. A Cabal Therapy and an Icrid among them, along with 2 Stinkweed Imps. There's a Faithless Looting, of course, there from the start. LED. And it looks like a Putrid Imp. See if I can keep up with all this stuff. Looks like City of Brass is going to bring Eric down to 18. Here's a Careful Study. Dylan is not countering that. So, Stinkweed Imp, let's Dredge 5. Faithless Looting, Thug among those cards. Dredge another Stinky. There's Narcomoeba. Good. He's good mechanically with Dredge. I give him that. Two Golgari, discard, now 2 Narcomoeba triggers. Dylan's just going, yeah, man. I can't do anything. It's fine. A lot of people that play Dredge are pretty poor mechanically with the deck, so this is actually pretty nice to watch.
Yeah, it's not that hard to really track what's going on as long as your mechanics are smooth.
Here's Breakthrough. That's a card we'll take a look at. It's from Odyssey?
Totally busted.
Yeah.
I think it's in Torment.
Okay. This will be draw 4 cards, then choose X cards in your hand and discard the rest. So we're going to dredge even more cards here. That was a Dredge 6. Here comes another Dredge 6. I respect it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Dylan says, I'm done. You found some bridges. You did your thing. I have no counter spells.
Yeah.
I can't win.
Yep.
This is what I expect to happen if I played this at Richmond. Just felt like no one was really ready.
They're going to go turn 1, Underground Sea Delver, and you're going to be like, I'm going to turn over 40 cards.
Yeah, you're done.
Put 27 power on the battlefield or whatever.
The deck didn't really do well at the tournament. I'm not even sure if the deck is even that good anymore. But, Eric's doing great with it. He made that look super easy. So he's up a game right now over Dylan Donegan. Though I will say, and this is actually, I played against Dredge when I was playing humans. This is how I had to beat it day 2 of the GP. Surgical Extraction is awesome against them.
Yes, it is.
No matter what you do, it's awesome against them. Dylan's got 3. He's got 2 Blood Moons, 2 Pyroblast, a Flusterstorm and Needle, True Name Marsh Casualties, Red Elemental Blast, Liliana Last Hope, Blue Elemental Blast, and a Toxic Deluge. So he's got some cards that are actually good here.
Yeah, 3 Surgical Extractions. I like the Flusterstorm and the Pithing Needle just fine. The Toxic Deluge is good here, too.
You got to remember, too, what's important for Dylan is that he is a Surgical Extraction deck with Snapcaster Mage, which means that his Surgical Extractions are awesome, where some players are just kind of a one-shot. He gets to use them frequently if he finds one. So that's a card that Dylan's definitely going to mulligan for. For Eric, he's got 3 Leyline of the Void, 2 Firestorm, 2 Silent Gravestone, 2 Wear, Tear, and Ancient Grudge. Ashen Rider, Blazing Archon, another copy of Dread Return in his sideboard. He's got 1 in the main, Flamekin Zealot, and a Nature's Claim.
So Silent Gravestone is the cards in graveyard can't be targeted, right?
That's correct.
I think in this matchup I just dump the Dread Return. It's not like Copenhagen's build is comboing out at all. He has 1 in there kind of to value some Grave Troll some amount of the time. And I would bring in the Silent Gravestones, because if you're expecting him to be on Snapcaster Mages and Surgical Extractions, you're getting the best of both worlds. Where Donegan can't Snapcaster Mage anything, nor can he cast his Surgical Extractions.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't think that's a bad option whatsoever. So Eric Copenhagen wins game number 1 very, very quickly against Dylan Donegan. Game number 2 going to be underway here in just a moment. I do want to go over regionals and everything that's going on with that tournament a couple weeks from now. Trust me, November is going to get here sooner than you think. And if you're looking to play some modern action with some cash and some fun prizes on the line, you can find one of 14 locations on November 10th. And go to StarCityGames.com/regionals is the place to go to learn all this stuff. Now, of course, we've got some prizes for you to take a look at here. Winner will get $1,200, 20 SCG points if you're looking to win that Season 2 championship, and an invite to the Berglund Center Season 2 Invitational at SCGCon Winter. You see the prize breakdown and the SCG points breakdown there. Get a sweet token, of course. Look at that Goblin with a backpack, getting some work done there. And, of course, as we take a look at our last slide, the awesome playmat and token to the first 200 players each location. Visit New Jersey.
Yes.
The Bearded Dragon.
Bernardsville.
That's right. see the multiverse. Fun playmat there. Again, a free exclusive playmat and token to the first 200 players at each location. Go to StarCityGames.com/regionals. Find the location closest to you. Have some fun that weekend. Play some Modern Magic, everyone's favorite format. And you're ready here for game number 2. Got a nice cycle of cards to go over from Guilds of Ravnica after this match, too, that I'm curious about your opinions on.
Okay.
Actually, more so from a design standpoint than a power level standpoint.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
I am fascinated by Guilds of Ravnica as a set. Looks to be very, very good. Now these players going to draw up 7 cards. Donegan's going to try to play more than a turn. And I think he will keep basically any hand that has Surgical Extraction. He'll ponder, and he'll shuffle real quick. He did not like that. Copenhagen will draw. He'll play a Mana Confluence, a Lion's Eye Diamond. It's one way with this deck, I'll tell you that much. Looks like he might have Silent Gravestone. We'll take a look at that card. Silent Gravestone is a nice one to have here if it resolves, and it does. So now things might actually get pretty tough here for Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, if he's leaning on Surgicals now, that's done.
Yeah, cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. That's what Silent Gravestone says. And then, of course, that second ability, 4-tap, exile Silent Gravestone, and all cards from all graveyards draw a card. That part's not going to come up all that much.
No.
There's a Bloodstained Mire. It's going to be sacrificed there after the Brainstorm's done resolving. Now, Dylan does have ways out of this Silent Gravestone. He does play copies of Kolaghan's Command, of course. But he does have to be concerned with Eric being able to go absolutely crazy next turn.
Yeah, it's going to be at least one uncontested turn here for Copenhagen, maybe more.
Here's a Thoughtseize. You see 2 Breakthrows, a Careful Study, a Mana Confluence, and it looks like a Grave Troll. So, looks like Dylan's just going to take the Careful Study. And I think what we'll end up seeing here maybe from Eric is Breakthrough with it on the stack, crack the LED to discard his hand.
And start rolling with the Grave Troll. Although that's something that if Donegan has a Force of Will, you're at least playing.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting too because he can just say Breakthrough for 1. Doesn't have to crack LED in response.
Yeah. And that if he breaks through for 1, that allows Copenhagen to save the other breakthrough, and then the next turn do his thing. Copenhagen doing a really good job of navigating the post board, having a good setup for Surgical. And
yeah.
I mean, this is a really cagey way of playing around a Force of Will.
And obviously Dylan's got some way to interact, and he is going to force exiling Jace. Now you pass the turn back if you're Eric over to Dylan. Dylan will draw. Donegan looking to be the 9-0 here this weekend. Going up against his friend and apparently carmate in Eric Copenhagen. As Dylan told us as we walked by headed to the feature match area.
Good car ride so far.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Dylan taking a look at least an Underground Sea right now. Ponder in hand. Interesting. Does he have K command? Wow, he does. Okay. So I think he says K command, blow that up. We'll see what the other mode is, I suppose. I don't want to guess. I think he said discard.
No, because that just puts the Grave Troll in the graveyard. He's just got to shock him there.
Okay. Well, I guess my thought process was if he says make you discard and then he has Surgical, might be trying to trap him a little bit there. Here's Breakthrough again. With it on the stack, crack the LED.
And Donegan's got nothing. I mean, he's made a good face of it here, but
All right, here we go. Dredge 6. All right. How about Dredge 4? Faded it. Draw 2 more. There's a Faithless in the graveyard, though.
Yeah, he gets to keep going here, assuming that he floated red.
Yeah, he did. See our little red counter there with 3 mana. Now there's your Faithless looting. Dredge 6. Icarid in there. Stinkweed. Dredge 5. 2 more bridges. That's where it starts to get tough. No Narcomoebas, though.
Yeah, it looks like he had to take one off a natural draw from the breakthrough there.
Here's a Brainstorm. If you're Dylan, you gotta find a Surgical now. He found an Angler.
That's just not a card here. I mean, the Icarids and the bridges here are going to go
It's gonna be too much.
way too much, like next turn.
Yep. Gotta find a Surgical off this Ponder. All right. Dylan knows it too. 1, 2, 3. If it ain't Surgical, we ain't playing anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. Still no shuffle. 1 card coming. Hope it's a good one.
It's an uphill battle even if you find Surgical.
Yeah. I mean, at least he gets to play then.
Right.
Yeah, Baleful Strix. Okay, another redraw. All right, pass the turn back. Icarid going to come back. Exile a Golgari Thug. Icarid will come back. 4 mana, 3/1 haste at the end of turn. You sacrifice Icarid at the beginning of your upkeep. None of it matters. It would make zombies. Dylan can't fight it. He can't get out from underneath it. He never was able to find a Surgical. And